Hi, this is one video that I wish I wasn't making, but I thought I'd show you what happens if you have the same problems that we've had. While installing a new injector into my car here, when we took the old bolt out, we found out we've stripped threads. So what do you do if you've got stripped threads? Well, two ways. You could either drill a hole out and put recut a thread and use a bigger bolt, or to keep things original with original bolts, we're going to use a helicoil. Now this process involves drilling the hole a bit bigger, cutting a new thread, putting a helicoil in and reusing the original spec bolt. And this is a process, so I hope you'll find this interesting and I hope it'll help you, although I'm sorry to hear that you need it. To do this, you also need electric drill, a hammer, a good vocabulary when it comes to swear words, and a bit of patience, and also a compressor if you need it to blow out the holes you drilled and tapped. Here's the job done, and I'll show you how I did it. You need a helicoil insertion kit like this one. I purchased this on eBay myself. So you've got the drill, which is oversized for the hole, the tap, the insertion tool, which also has a depth stop on it, a punch pin tool, and the coils. For this, on this car, we used the M6 1mm, and we had to adapt the tool to fit in the hole. Although I'm not recommending anyone doing this. If you can purchase the correct kit in the first place, that will all be better. As you can see here, this is where the bolt hole is, down there, and we're going to try and drill down there so we can thread. It was pretty tight, so I might have to get some extra equipment just looking at that. Here's a new injector, or remanufactured injector that we've had back. So I'll just continue with this. Thank you. Right, to drill the block, I've got a drill. I needed an extension piece onto a drill. Obviously it doesn't need to be that long, but this chuck was too tight to fit in there. So I'm just going to put a dab of grease on the drill bit just to help catch the swarf. So just get the drill into the hole at the same angle. And nip it a bit further. And as you can see, I've caught a bit of the swarf on the end of the drill. Just need to clean that up now. Make sure we get all the swarf out, and then we can start tapping it. Right, so I'll just blow out any debris that's in the hole. Make sure you keep your eyes clear. Got the injector hole blocked off, so nothing can fall down in there as well, and that's ready for tapping. Now the problem with this is because the holes inside the top of the rocker cover is getting the tap down there. So there's the tap that we're using, and I've came up with using this on the end of the tool. So let's see if we can get it in and get it started. Seems to be doing it.
You don't want a little spanner on the top or anything?
Okay. Or just got to make sure I don't go down too far.
Oh, the screen's off, is that alright?
Yeah. and then just carry on screwing this in to cut a thread.
Yeah, that's come up.
Right,
I'll take it up like that, just so about using the handle.
nearly to the bottom. So let's say I'm using an extension from a socket set with a handle, and I've got the tap handle on the top just to give me the leverage, and just about at the end there. That's a few turns, I reckon. Right, and then just reverse it to bring it out. And then this should be the head tapped to receive the helicoil. I forgot the name of it then. Like I say, this is a job that no one wants to do, but sometimes it's a necessity. Just screw the die back out. There we go, there's the die. As you can see on the end there, hopefully it's in focus, you can see a bit of the swarf, so we'll blow that out again and continue to put the coil in. Right, this here, I'm just trying to get it lined up there. That there is a helicoil, and here's the tool that inserts it. So that goes on the end with that bit on the bottom, and we now place this in the hole and try and wind it in. Let's see how good we can show you doing it. It's a bit tricky, this one. Actually, I'm just going to put a little bit of grease on here to stop it falling off the tool. Right, okay. Oh, this is a bit of an awkward job. So, forcing that into the bottom, and we hit our snag. The tool won't go through the hole. Right, try again. We took the depth stop off, and just hoping this will fit deep inside. But it seems to fit in. And then we hit the second problem, we can't rotate it.
Red button.
Yeah. Right, third time we've had to manipulate the tool. I'm suggesting doing it. If you manipulate a tool, that's obviously down to yourselves, but I can't work out how to do it if we didn't. Right, so you just twist it in. The idea is, it's hard to see with what we're doing, you twist it in until the thread is just below the surface of the bit of metal that you're putting the coil into. Because at the end of the day we have to break the tang off. And that's how it. I think that's it. I hope that's it. So get the punch, we put that down onto the bottom of the helicoil, and now we're going to have to hit it with a hammer to break it. So I just have to get a hammer. So just break the end of the helicoil.
for, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see. Probably can't see on here. I can just about see with the naked eye. Down there, on the right there is the injector hole, but on the left is the hole that I've put the helicoil in. I've just fitted it with a bolt, and it's grabbing hold of it. So time to fit the injector back in. So I've got the injector and the lock-in foot. No paper anymore. Fits in there. And obviously the new stretch bolt. I'm going to tighten that up and the job's a good one. And we torque these up to the right torque setting. Check that in a second.